Hi guys, this is Magic or Magically Delicious, and today I'm going to be reviewing this Protech here. It's the Protech Godson, by Protech, obviously. So, first off, Protech is a company out of California. They're a family-owned company. They're not a real big company. I believe they've been making knives for about 15 years. I think I read that on their site. So far I've had nothing but good things to say about Protechs. The ones I've owned, well, I've only owned this one specifically, but the ones I've handled and just kind of messed around with at the knife store and things like that have been very good quality. So here's a box. Obviously I'm just going to show you guys the Protech boxes. They're green. They say Protech. Amazing. So I'll show you guys the packaging. They're just they're not anything real special. They're just packaged in this little plastic bag. So I'm going to set that to the side. So here's the Protech Godson. So Protech Godson is an automatic knife. It's specifically supposed to have an Italian stiletto-ish style feel. Now when people say stiletto, that's actually a blade type, but I think everybody knows what I mean. So this knife's specific applications, I would say probably collection. Specifically, probably, I mean, some of the plain ones like this, where there's not really any specific customization things, such as natural materials like pearl inlaid handles or ivory or anything like that, you could definitely use for EDC stuff. This knife is just, the fit and finish on it is great. It's just so smooth. This is probably the best finish I've had on a knife. I could sit here and just do that all day. It's so smooth, it's crazy. It's just sleek design. Blade sits really centered in there. This pocket clip is really great too. It's kind of a deeper carry. Really snappy. Opens up really easy. Just makes you feel really powerful when you open it up. It's got a lot of kickback to it for at least an automatic that I've used. I haven't used anything that's got this much to it. From what I've heard, Protechs have relatively strong springs compared to others. Really sharp out of the box. Like, really sharp. Probably the sharpest knife I've gotten out of the box. I've never owned any custom maker knives, so though I don't know about those or anything like that, but production-wise, this is probably the sharpest knife I've gotten out of the box. The handle, very smooth. It's got an inlaid button here inside this little well. Sits in there. You're not going to push that down. There is no safety, but there's no way that you're going to press that in. As you see, I'm actually pressing pretty hard with my thumb here, and I'm not even really pushing anything on the button, but if I directly go here, press it easy, nice and easy, flies right out. Very sleek design. This is one of those knives that when I got it, I almost didn't want to carry it just because I was worried about something happening to it, but yeah, so specs on this knife. This knife's overall length, I believe, is about 7.5 inches completely. So open like this, it's about 7.5 inches. I believe the blade is about, I want to say a little under 3 1/4. A little over 3 inches. Not super bad. Not super, well, depends on your preferences. I prefer a little bit longer blade, but it's no big deal. The blade material is 154 cm, as it says right there. Also says, just to show you real quick, Protech USA on the other side. The blade style, at least by the site, specifically says spear point. So I guess spear point blade. It also says it has a flat grind. So the blade grind is flat. It's not hollow. It's flat all the way down, and you can definitely feel that. It definitely lines up with the blade. Though, let me see if I can get a good. Say that. While I'm here, I'm just going to show you guys this tip. This tip is so thin. It really is. It's crazy. This is great for piercing. I mean, I almost don't want to say this, but let's completely be honest. If you were going to use something like this for like a tactical use, maybe, you could definitely slide this in really easy. It's crazy how thin that is. And with that, you have to be very careful, as you can see here, because you don't want to You don't want to use this to try and turn anything or just move it around while you're cutting, because you don't want to damage that edge. Not the edge, the point. You don't want to damage that point, so I would recommend getting something else for EDC. But it's definitely not bad. So, moving on from there, fit and finish is just amazing on this knife. I haven't found anything out of place yet. It's really sleek looking. It's just put together very well. Very impressive looking knife. I mean, especially if you were going to get one of the collectible ones, they're so beautiful. Collectability of these knives, extremely. They're very, very collectible. Protechs are done in smaller runs, and therefore they're not always that easy to get. I mean, I might be wrong about this, but I believe the green Godsons are a little bit newer. I think this is a newer run of Godson, and if you're trying to find some of the really old ones, they're just impossible to find, unless you go through like blade forums or something like that. So that gives you kind of an idea of how collectible these are. Definitely a collectible knife. The price point on this was about $150, I want to say. Yeah, $149, $150. Those go up as you get the collectible ones, $200 plus, unless you get the really, really serious ones, which are customs. Those go to about $6 and up. Pretty serious. So, really amazing knife. That pocket clip, I just love that. That sits so deep in your pocket, there's no way it's falling out. It's great. This knife, I would definitely get this just for collectability. It's just so great, along with fit and finish, and this is one of those knives you can just play with all day. Sit there and open it and close it. It's so snappy. It's great. Really love this knife. I'm saying a lot. So yeah, Protech Godson. Probably one of my favorite autos right now. Alright. So, that being said, there's the Protech Godson. Great knife. If you're looking at it for collectability, or just for the novelty of it, or just really like the design, maybe if you want to get one of the cheaper ones, do an EDC with it, go for it. They're great. Love the knife. Love the brand too. I said again. Oh, by the way, it weighs about a little under 3 ounces. Pretty light. Alright, so moving on from that, I just want to say in this review, because this is going to be my first knife review up on YouTube, I'd like to mention that this channel was made a lot earlier on. It was initially intended to be made for just kind of random stuff with a few of my friends, but I'm turning it into kind of a gear reviewing channel mainly. Mostly knives, though. It's going to be mostly knives. Some gear stuff, paracord, things like that. Did it again, dang it. A few of the things I want to mention that are kind of notable here. Got this here for review. Some of the upcoming videos are going to be things like this. I've got a Benchmade actually here that I'm going to be reviewing too. Not telling you guys what that is yet. Love this knife. Not even telling you what it is. Got that. I've got some gear reviews that I might do. One specifically that's going to be coming up is a review on this Max Tradition Spartan wallet here. Yeah, just kind of a little promoter here. It's my knife store. Well, not mine, but the one I like to go to. Really great people. Alright, so that's some of the stuff you can expect to see in the future. I've also got another Kershaw knife review and some paracord things here. If you're interested in stuff like that, I might throw some stuff up about paracord, knife reviews, stuff that's going on later in the year like Blade Show, and just stuff going on. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, or you like my channel, or aren't put off by how much I say subscribe if you want to. Your choice. I won't be offended if you don't, because I'm sure a lot of people won't. No big deal. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is first Magically Delicious review. Alright, thanks for your time.